Join us today as we take you on a journey to the center of Mexico. San Miguel de Allende.
We can't even say it right. It's awesome. Come along.
Here we can. San Miguel de Allende. There's a freaking elf behind an elf, not an elf.
I'm singing. I'm in a store and I'm singing.
An elk. Check it out. Today is a special day because we're visited by a very special visitor today.
Santa's friend. Hi everyone, welcome to Learning Brave. I'm Skylar.
And I'm Ross, and this is our friend the elk.
He'll be joining us today. The purpose of this channel is to tell funny stories about different places around the world to help you also feel like family travel is possible, and to also, for those of you who can't travel, to take you traveling vicariously. Particularly while we're all kind of like stuck at home lately because of COVID, we want to bring people on adventures around the world and just remind everyone what a cool, amazing place this planet is.
For us, Mexico is definitely different. Coming from Australia, wasn't really something that we had a lot of knowledge about growing up.
Nacho man, yeah. I've got to be a nacho man.
Right in the heart of Mexico is the most amazing city, San Miguel de Allende. Everything about San Miguel de Allende was like colourful and vibrant and beautiful and safe and wonderful. We loved it.
And it seemed really authentic too. Like for me, I just felt like I was stepping back in time sometimes.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So San Miguel de Allende, when we first moved there, we'd heard all this great stuff about it and we were like, we're going to live in town and walk everywhere. And a lot of people we knew did that, and it's pretty cool to do that. Unless you have 5 children who are like crazy and like to like escape like Houdini and run off. So we did our thing where we always walked in a line. Ross was at the front. All the kids walked like ducklings behind him, and I brought up the rear. And we did that everywhere, and we walked around for a while, and we realized very quickly within a day or two that we actually are the kind of people that need to live away from town and come into town.
Absolutely, 100% recognize that pretty quick.
So
we did. We were blessed to find this wonderful place just outside of town, like 5 minutes, 10-minute drive, maybe 5-minute drive.
Yeah,
that had a shuttle bus. I didn't even need to walk.
Free shuttle bus.
So some of the very first Spanish that I ever learnt was things like, "Could you drop me off?" This word would this verb that I don't even know in any of the other languages that I speak, but in Spanish I had to learn the word recogeme.
If you're saying that right.
I think so. It's been a little while, but they taught me how to say recogeme, por favor.
So in San Miguel de Allende, we got this amazingly beautiful condo. It fit all of us, and we're a family of 7. And
we had the swimming pool.
It was green, it was gorgeous, yep. And it cost us just over $1,000.
A little over $1,000 a month, yeah.
Yeah, and so with that came the free shuttle into town. I was terrible at Spanish. I still only know like one word. Sí. And nada.
Didn't you one time call up the taxi driver and he's like,
what
are you saying?
Yeah, and so I called him up and I'm like trying to say like, can you pick me up? And he didn't really know what I was saying, and I was like, blah 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 blah. I was saying all this stuff, and he was like, what's the word for I'm here, aquí. And he was going, aquí.
I'm here, what are you talking about, woman? I'm right here.
And then he like turned the corner and I was like so embarrassed. I like sat in the taxi like.
This particular driver, his name was Nacho for short. I think his full name was Ignatius or something like that, but Nacho for short. And he was really cool. You know, I could tell that he was very patient with us, making sure that he tried to understand. He didn't speak any English and we didn't speak any Spanish, and so there was this bond forged in sign language.
So you can't do that over the phone,
and
so I was screwed.
And broken Spanish over the phone. Yeah.
So what is it like?
Well, first of all, let's talk a bit about the streets. cobblestone streets lined with people selling these amazing handcrafted trinkets.
In the town square, usually at night, you can find mariachis.
And not just one set of mariachis, but you can have 2, 3, 4 sets of mariachi bands all sitting around the town square waiting for people to request songs.
Yeah, they pay for a song and then the mariachi band plays it and people like us just like come along
we
and
just
enjoy
sit
it
and
too.
listen because, you know, we don't want to pay for mariachis, we just want to listen to them.
And it's just something so special about having this amazing church and listening to mariachis while eating churros. Which brings us to the next topic that we want to share with you. The magic of churros.
Oh, they're magical. What can I
Magical.
say? They're magical.
You can get them stuffed with like different stuff. So cajeta
Chocolate
is like
and the cajeta stuff
cajeta's
churros.
like this. It's like
Oh, my
condensed
goodness.
milk caramel.
And our good friend George, he makes some pretty good churros. George.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, scared the crap out of me. Sorry about that. The elk came a little bit close.
Should we leave?
No, he's good. I've made up, just everybody watching today, I made a little compost heap out here. And it actually has become like my elk feeding ground. So he's enjoying his...
I feel like we should be talking about like the Rocky Mountains or something, or Canada.
Why?
Instead of like Mexico, because we have an elk being featured.
It's okay. He's cool. He's moved. He's close. But I might just stay here for the rest of the clip, guys, and just keep my eye on the elk.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
It's not just a few restaurants here and there. I'm talking, you can go into San Miguel de Allende and you can find food everywhere, and it's just amazing food.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like we used to go out to dinner every week and we'd pay like $20.
Maybe $20 per
for
night.
for
a
both
date.
of us.
Yeah.
And I remember eating bacon wrapped cheese-filled shrimp.
That was pretty good.
And some of my other favourite
Amazing.
food there was actually Italian and Russian.
Oh, and we had, that time we had Argentinian, wasn't it? Was
Oh
it
yeah, we
Brazilian
had
or-
No, it was Argentinian. It was like all meat.
I loved it. It was meat, man.
So they had like, as well as Mexican food, they had all these different amazing food. This is all in the like kind of centre of the city. Our senses were
Wow.
like overwhelmed, and we went and got tacos. First real Mexican tacos.
Actually,
And-
my favourite thing was eating gorditas.
Oh yeah. So my friend was like, "You come here just to eat," and I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah. We would sit, they have these little, underneath, you know, within the market, there's the stalls and you can sit around there and they would bring you the menu. I'd always get gorditas and they'd bring you these big stuffed, they're like 2 tacos that are joined together.
Do you
and then
remember how
there's
much they
filled-
were?
Oh, like probably $1.50.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Eating food in Mexico is so satisfying.
Man, I want to go
It's
back.
cheap and delicious.
Talking about this, we should just go back.
I know. One last thing before we go to tell you about San Miguel de Allende. This amazing part of the world is the most important thing, the ice cream.
Oh yeah.
I liked the street ice cream the best. They
Maybe
had
it
these
was.
like street carts with big tubs of ice cream and like all over the place, and they had the coolest, weirdest flavors.
Oh, what did they have? Oh, alfalfa.
You tried that. Remember you made a joke. It was like your first joke in Spanish.
I did. It was I even made jokes in Spanish, and I didn't even know how to speak Spanish. I asked them, "What's this?" They said alfalfa, and I said, "Is this for the cows?"
Did you say that in Spanish?
Yeah, but I don't even know how to say that anymore.
And they thought that was funny.
Yeah.
And there's always something surprising to find. Like there might be a guy with like 150 hats on his head, or there might be
True. Balloons.
balloons, or
What else?
there
did we
was a
see?
guy in San Miguel de Allende, someone who lives there, who like decorated his car. He had this like Volkswagen, and he would decorate it with like every stuffed animal
It was a
and trinket he could find.
stuffed animal
So,
car.
anyway, he'd drive around with like piles of teddies on his car, flashing lights and stuff, just for fun. To me, San Miguel de Allende was a really happy city.
It was a bit of a party city, wasn't it?
Like, there's always something interesting and cultural and weird. To enjoy.
That's true. Would we go back there again?
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. We loved it. It was so amazing.
Absolutely.
Probably would learn please pick me up in Spanish a bit more fluently.
Nacho, recógeme por favor.
Hopefully you've enjoyed this little bit rambling, but this fun journey into the heart of Mexico. In fact, top tip, San Miguel de Allende is called the heart of Mexico, and so everywhere in San Miguel you can buy hearts.
Oh
because
yeah.
it's the heart of Mexico.
San Miguel is mi corazón.
Ooh, that was impressive.
I remembered my heart.
So thank you for
Thanks,
joining
guys.
us today, and we will see you next time and take you on a journey somewhere fun and fascinating and interesting.
Hopefully there is no more elk. Bye guys.
Bye. You're not allowed to approach it.
Yeah, we can. Come around.
No.
Just come around. All right. There's our elk. Had a good visitor. Had an audience today as we filmed. What do you think? Pretty awesome. I told you my compost heap is coming in very handy with our elk. Thanks, Mr. Elk.